Geostellar, on the air!
It's been nearly 20 years, but the Blue Bomber's Celestial era is finally getting the love it deserves. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection is pulsing onto the Switch on March 27. This isn't just a simple port. Capcom is bringing all 7 version variations together in one high-def package. The transition from the DS's dual screens to a single display is handled surprisingly well, with customizable layouts and a new high-resolution filter to smooth out those classic polygons. But the real game changer is the Assist Suite. We're getting an autosave system, max buster mode for those who just want the story, and even a speed boost to zip through some of those infamously long dungeons. Socially, it's a huge win. Full online play is confirmed for card trading and battling, and the Brother Band system has been revamped for modern friends lists. Plus, the main menu features a fully interactive 3D Geo and Omega Seas that you can chat with.
Every legend starts somewhere.
The captain is officially back in the building. MLB The Show 26 is hitting the diamond on March 17. For the first time in the series' history, we have a repeat solo cover star, New York Yankees powerhouse Aaron Judge. He's sporting his Team USA threads this time, signaling a massive return for the World Baseball Classic. The big gameplay news is the expansion of Road to the Show. It's now called Road to Cooperstown, and it finally adds an amateur experience where you can play through high school and 11 new licensed college teams like Stanford and Michigan. Your performance in the College World Series actually determines your draft stock, making the grind of the big leagues feel earned for once. On the field, we're seeing Bear Down, pitching for high-pressure clutch moments and over 500 new animations. And the automatic ball strike system is officially in, so no more blaming the virtual ump for a bad call.
Different pride. This is the world stage. Or maybe your journey takes you upstairs. Flipping prospects, stacking lineups, building a ball club.
If you like your RPGs with a side of "what did I just watch?" then listen up. Etrange Overlord is launching on March 26th. Coming from Sohei Niyakawa, the genius behind Disgaea, this is a Sushi Lane musical action adventure. You play as Etrange, a noblewoman falsely executed who decides to conquer hell just because she can. The core gimmick? Battles happen on rotating sushi lanes. You're juggling action RPG combat, while items, buffs, and even massive traps like gravity bombs literally belt conveyor around the arena. It's chaotic, it's fast, and it's surprisingly tactical. Since it's a musical, characters will literally break into song during boss fights to change the flow of battle. You've got over 15 playable subordinates to recruit, and if the campaign is too much to handle alone, there's a 4-player co-op mode so you and your friends can take over the afterlife together. Plus, the character art is by Shinichiro Otsuka of RE0 fame, so it looks incredible. It's time to pick up your bass guitars because Toronto just got a lot weirder. Scott Pilgrim EX launched on March 3rd on everything from PC and PS5 to a day 1 release for the Switch. Developed by Tribute Games, the legends behind TMNT Shredder's Revenge. This isn't just a remaster, it's a full-blown sequel to the Takes Off anime. The big shift here is the structure. Ditching linear levels, EX gives us an open-ended adventure brawler map. You're exploring a fractured, time-torn Toronto to save your bandmates from Metal Scott. Because it's an open map, you're hitting up iconic shops like No Account Video for permanent RPG stat boosts, and taking on side quests from NPCs that actually flesh out the lore written by Brian Lee O'Malley himself. With 4-player online co-op and a campaign that clocks in around 8 hours, this is easily the best way to celebrate the series' 20th anniversary. It's time to trade the rainy streets of Seattle for the neon glow of Shinjuku. Coffee Talk Tokyo is opening its doors on March 5th. This isn't just a DLC, it's a massive standalone chapter that's hitting the Switch right out of the gate. While the first two games were rooted in Western urban fantasy, Tokyo introduces us to Japanese yokai. We're talking characters like Kenji, a retired Kappa salaryman trying to navigate life after the corporate grind, and Ayame, a ghost it girl who's literally just trying to figure out her afterlife over a matcha latte. It's that perfect blend of modern problems and ancient spirits the series does so well. Mechanically, your latte art game is getting a serious buff with the new sprinkle stencils, letting you drop intricate designs on your brews before you serve them. There's also the Tomato social feed, which acts as a secondary narrative layer where you can check your customers' posts to find clues that unlock new, deeper dialogue options.
E ora olaiem loite fativi.
If the first game felt like a playable Studio Ghibli film, the sequel is aiming to be its Empire Strikes Back. Planet of Lana 2 Children of the Leaf is coming on March 5th. Wishfully is doubling the scale of the original, and that means the puzzles are getting a serious upgrade in verticality. For the first time, Lana can actually dive underwater, introducing a stealth and breath mechanic that adds some real tension. Since Mui is still terrified of water, you'll have to find special bubble plants to bring your little buddy along for the ride. The story is picking up years later, focusing on a Novo divided by human tribal conflicts rather than just rogue robots. You'll be befriending massive new creatures called rollers to clear paths, while navigating a world that feels significantly more alive. It's still a wordless 6 to 8 hour journey, but with a lot more bite and a stunning new score by Takeshi Furukawa. After years of delays, it's finally happening. R-Type Tactics 1 and 2 Cosmos is officially launching on March 12th. This is a ground-up Unreal Engine 5 remake of the two legendary PSP strategy spin-offs. The big deal for Western fans? This is the first time R-Type Tactics 2 has ever been officially released outside of Japan. Granzella isn't just upscaling textures. They've added a brand new third campaign exclusive to this collection that bridges the gap between the two games. You're still getting that brutal side-scrolling hex grid, but now with stunning 3D battle animations. They've also added online competitive play for both games, so you can finally prove your Space Corps fleet is superior to the Baido Empire. There are hundreds of units to unlock, and because it's Unreal Engine 5, the lighting and particle effects during those iconic wave cannon shots are on a completely different level compared to the original handheld versions.
This life was supposed to be over.
Imagine if the Escapists and Zootopia had a gritty, hard-boiled baby. That is exactly what's arriving on the Switch on March 5th. Back to the Dawn is finally making its jump to the next-gen handheld, and honestly, it's the perfect one more day game to play on the go. You're playing as either Thomas the Fox or Bob the Panther, two inmates framed and fighting to expose a citywide conspiracy before their 21-day execution clock hits 0. It's an immersive sim light where every choice carries weight. Want to be a model prisoner and work the laundry? Go for it. Want to join a gang, pickpocket guards, and start a riot? You can do that too. It launches right alongside the news of the upcoming BAM DLC, which adds a third playable character, a supernatural investigator who brings a whole new mage-style gameplay loop to the prison. With a limited edition physical release featuring pixel art acrylic stands dropping alongside it, this is the definitive version of a 92% rated Steam gem.
The only way out is through.
Better to face one's destiny and cower from it.
Alright, so pull out your soul-reaving blades, because after 20 years of silence, the prophecy is finally being fulfilled. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered dropped yesterday, March 3rd, and while the PC and major consoles are feasting on it now, the Switch version is currently sitting in a bit of a localized time loop. Crystal Dynamics literally found a closet of secrets at their San Mateo office, allowing them to restore lost levels in unreleased content that were cut for time back in 2003. But the real headline? The deluxe edition includes a playable demo of The Dark Prophecy, the cancelled 6th game that hasn't been seen by the public in over 2 decades. Technically, the big win is the modernized free-floating camera, which finally lets you rotate around Nosgoth instead of fighting those old fixed angles. Now for the catch. While it was meant to be day and date, the Switch and Switch 2 versions were hit with a last-minute delay. So if you've ever wondered what would happen if Link traded his horse for a combat-ready muscle car, you're about to find out. RoadOut is officially burning rubber onto the Switch on March 12th, alongside its launch on PC and other major consoles. Developed by Rastro Labs, this is a top-down action RPG that feels like a love letter to rock and roll racing and The Legend of Zelda. You play as Claire, a mercenary navigating the dead zone in a heavily armed car. Half the game is high-speed vehicular combat and exploration across 5 massive sectors, and the other half, that's where the Zelda vibes kick in. When you hop out of your ride, the game shifts into classic dungeon crawling with twin-stick combat and environmental puzzles. The visual style is particularly cool. It uses a stack sprite technique, giving you fully rotatable 3D perspectives, while keeping that crisp, retro 2D pixel art aesthetic.
Okay everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you liked that video, please leave a like and subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to get notified when we release new content. We hope to see you in the next video.